So, hi. Um, I know I've said in the past that I've had times where I've been legit scared to open this thing up. This week I was legit scared because, oh boy, did the end of our recap chat not go well.
It did not.
Nope. That's
Whole lot of
putting it lightly.
sobbing emojis going around in that thing, and a whole
lot of
lot of
gifts.
FUs.
Emotional damage. Fuck you, Ty.
I don't even. I try to keep my mouth sewed shut because I do not want to possibly allude to things that happen in the show. So I try really hard to not. And I'm just like, there's some episodes where they're like, we're gonna have some levity, and then they're like, well, space out the things that happen. I'm like, yeah, you only got 3 episodes left after this, so you two better buckle up.
Episode.
For this episode, can we just rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah. We lost 2 members of Night Raid.
In one motherfucking episode.
Within like 5 minutes of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I was simping for Sue every week. It was Sue simping hours.
I was like, oh, yeah. 2 of my favorite characters in the show, mine being in my top 4.
I don't want to watch the show anymore.
I was quite upset. Yeah.
Is he the best?
He wasn't supposed to die. He's not even human.
No, and you have them both at the end of your bingo cards for deaths.
Oh,
at the very end.
I hate being wrong like that.
Oh God, who was right about mine?
I don't think either of you were, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I'm gonna cry if I was.
Okay, I will look at the thing. I'm not going to bring it up, but I am going to say how many correct guesses were made.
Okay.
But I won't say who they were made by. As the second round, with the first round of guesses, if you put the extra characters in line, well, okay, we'll do it. Without the extra characters, there was 1 right by Masao and 1 right by Mike. When you add the extra characters into the list of the order of how it goes off the first round of guesses, Masao had 2 correct guesses. And one of them was mine.
No!
Oh, God.
No, I take that back. She had 3 correct guesses. I take that back. And Mike's correct answer was changed if you add the actual extra characters in off the first round of guesses. After the second round of guesses, there is only 1 correct answer. It is Masao, and it is mine.
I don't want to talk about it.
And also, I need to add that also both of you were wrong at who Tatsumi ends up with. The correct answer is nobody.
Fuck you.
See, here's the problem. You gave that option like
Wait,
pretty much like every single time, and yet we both ignored you.
No, every time Tatsumi says something like, so when they fucking die, so he's not allowed to like anyone right now.
No.
Not allowed to like people.
They
die because of it.
If anyone gets the hots for Tatsumi, they
die.
They have death flags. They have the Sonic 2 trailer red dot on Tails' forehead the second. But anyway,
I don't like it.
I
don't like it.
Let's talk about the episode a little. So, mine, one of my favorite, what I want to say, tropes that someone does is, she's going to go rescue Tatsumi alone. And then Akame says, I'm following you, and says, I don't want you to do something stupid like try and get yourself killed. And Akame quietly quotes,
what are you doing?
You are doing something extremely stupid. Yeah, then you get a little bit more of a hint of Korume's condition getting much worse. And also, Masao mentioned during the watch of this, if she wondered if something was cut during the show. So I did an experiment. No, that episode is just somehow has
weirdly edited.
Weirdly edited, because I immediately
'cause I
pulled
was
up
like-
Crunchyroll and rewatched it, and that's exactly how that goes, except like instead of going right to Akame walking towards them, there's a split second more where it goes, "You're not going to get in the door," and it leads up to them looking at Akame. There's like
Yeah,
2
because,
seconds cut.
Yeah, it like it showed mine say like, oh, like pumpkin isn't fully charged.
Yeah.
It cuts there, goes to a black like the screen is black for like 2 seconds, and then it goes to like the next scene.
Yep, and then it's Akame. There's 2
And I was
seconds
like,
of guards.
did I miss something? Or
Yeah,
did
and
I?
I'm like, I've only watched the Netflix version, like I haven't watched the Blu-rays yet. But yeah, it's literally just missing 2 seconds of animation for some reason.
Weird.
Because
Yeah,
I
I
never
was-
remember anything like that on Netflix, and it's not on Crunchyroll like that. It's really weird. So we're gonna try and come up with what made me like mine the most and what sealed the fact that Pumpkin is the most badass weapon in the show. That death shot when she kills Budo.
Oh, the
That
Discord All
was
Night? Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, Discount All Might. She hates him so much. Budo's awesome, but he
I was
does
like,
look exactly like. He's the
It's
second
Discount
character.
All Might change my mind.
And he's the second character to have the All Might haircut in the show. The Headhunter Zanku guy also had that exact same haircut. I don't know what it is.
Like the
but-
whole time, it's like it's fucking All Might.
Yeah. And the most of it's just fights, so like we won't go into great detail with them outside of they were great. But yeah, you get to have S-Death openly admit that she came up with her trump card to prevent Tatsumi from getting away from her again. She figured out how to freeze time and space to prevent her boyfriend from running away.
That's how crazy
She did
is.
the JoJo reference.
Yes. Here's the world going off in the background. But yeah, so we're gonna I have to appropriately get my phone out to get exactly because now we're gonna get to the bad things. To get the exact string of what happened. Oh yes, Discount All Might change my mind. No, Sue! Exclamation point! Crying, sobbing. Okay, Death needs to die. Wait! And then a gif of
Fucking
Goku going
go!
Super Saiyan, and then immediately another one of crying. If Sue dies, I quit. And then it's immediately mine. No, fuck. Oh my god, no. I'm done. And then at Brock Hatfield, fuck you.
There was a lot of emotions in that time, in a very short time.
I was just like, halfway through this episode, they're gonna quit watching, and they're just gonna be sending me messages. And they're like, yeah. So, well, Sue does have one of my favorite moments in the entire show, where he was one of the ones where he's just like, no, this looks bad, and we're done. You guys get the hell out of here. It was the most fun I've had in my life, and you guys need to leave. And you got to see a little bit of rule breaking, and they do this they do it in a much weirder way in the manga. Like when you use that trump card 3 times, the owner of the Imperial Arms is supposed to die, but like he used it fast enough to where he cut her off, and that's why she doesn't like pass away immediately in the show. In the manga, because she uses it twice in the same fight, they bypassed the rule. And they used it 3 times, but because it was used twice in a row, it somehow bypassed it. It just greatly damaged her body.
Oh,
That's
I'm like,
weird.
In my opinion, that would kill you faster.
Technicality type of thing.
Yeah, it's like they just didn't want to kill Boss.
That main character plot armor.
It is, but it's like, you know what? Again, S-Death is the version of how you do a character that you want to die very badly, but they're still, because they're hard to kill. That's how you make good characters that you keep around for a while, and then when they finally do go, you're happy. But yeah, one of the
If only they do that to Cinder.
Oh god, I don't want to get into that again. We've done enough on these, but yes, I agree. Sue gets a lot of love. I very much appreciated that. And even though we heard it from Tatsumi, the fact that it took S-Death asking what his name was, he was like, "You're not going to get remembered in the records as an Imperial Arm. You're going to get remembered as a warrior." And like, there's parts of me that don't make me hate you at all times, S-Death, but I still want you to die horribly.
Here's the thing: she has to die because she killed Sue, but
yes,
but she's still like a compelling character.
She is. She's a very great character, and it was always just I always like seen her from afar, having not watched it until I finally got on my kick of taking down my 15-mile long anime recommendation list. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I was just like, immediately when it started off with the, okay, she's OP, this isn't going to be fun. And all of a sudden she's like, okay, she has the hots for Tatsumi. I'm like, what is that? And then it just developed and I'm like, you're weird. You are not what I thought you were when I just saw a random blue-haired, extremely Nazi-looking woman with a saber.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. But so we'll talk about the last part. Did you guys expect that after Sue died, that mine was going to bite it?
No.
Especially since she didn't.
I thought she was going to live. Injury. I thought.
Even after Pumpkin fell apart?
Although,
no.
I will be honest, Pumpkin falling apart was a red flag.
Yep. It either needs to start raining or their weapon needs to be made useless before one of the team members dies.
I hate it here.
Yeah. I won't say what, but oh boy, is it going to be a hell of an episode when we talk about what is different in the manga. Again, don't look it up. But yeah, it's going to be a conversation and a half. But yeah, so I knew this wasn't going to be the long of an episode because both of you were going to be pretty in the dumps about that. But
oh yeah, make it fast. Take it.
I know. This episode, it's still, I cried a little bit. That's why I didn't come out right away. But still, that episode legit made me stop watching for a day and a half because I was done. I was just like, two of my favorite characters just iced off in 5 minutes. I'm like, but I gotta ask because I gotta ask questions.
I guess the only thing I have left is are the next couple episodes going to be like the final battle?
The last two are.
Okay.
There is one bit of business that does not involve the Empire that gets taken care of in this next episode.
Got it.
It's the only bit of business that's left. Yeah. And then the last two are the ending fight and the ending fight and a thing that happens that I was like, and yeah, it's the most ridiculous Imperial arms that they have yet.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, it is.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But we'll get there. I got a feeling we'll have a little bit more to talk about. I just had there was going to be a lot of conversation going on in this one because it was not going to be an exactly cheery episode. Yeah, but anyway, Mike, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can find me in all the various Facebook groups just at my name. You can check out Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on the Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need escape? So do we.
Absolutely. And Miss Al?
And you can find me on Twitter at Kiva028.
Which probably in about 3 months from now, you'll find her posting about how much she wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna get on out of here and start.
We need to cry.
Yeah, and we're gonna somehow.
I need to find a way to kill him.
I can't wait to see you after the next one. Bye.